Hello everyone, this is Ely Merch, and in this video, again, with respect to the last time, back in times, I did quite interesting evaluation of Nevera Remark and Polestar, and I recently just did Nevera Remark Remake, and also Polestar, I want to do the same. And this will be a little bit impressive in respect to something that I haven't shown you before, because Polestar have evolved a couple times per some time per years. And I never showed you what it was before the evaluation that I did before. So my account, for example, back in times, as I mentioned, I started in 2023 to run my YouTube, and I did the show reel. I did some explanation of how I do things, services, design, branding, websites, UX, UI, and all this stuff. And then I did the first time I decided to do the evaluation of other brands. And I really was impressed with Nevera Remark and Polestar websites and their branding consistency. That's what I did. And because I've started with these, they were not as, especially Nevera was really not saying much. So I want to remake it. And also it's really interesting to embed that into the history so people can have access to something that might change in the future. And Nevera Remark has evolved and show they have new products. So they evolved the website to the new product. That's what I did. Go check it out. It's quite a long video, to be honest, but it's interesting, the evaluations, the details that I see the space for improvement, but at the same time, what they did really well and how to make it. And then with Polestar, I did also this really interesting evaluation. I will be addressing a little bit in a second, so I did it really well. I would say at this time, this is what they had. Let me turn off the sound and play a little bit. So really interesting, it was video cinematic on top. Right now, they don't have that. They'll have it for the product specifically, and I think I was showing specifically Polestar third version. I was not really evaluating the whole product. And I'm really impressed with how they do the whole thing. Really beautiful branding consistency with respect to the product and website experience and marketing assets. Really well done. So we'll not be running for the same thing. We'll be watching the new thing that I'll be showing you. It's Polestar 4, but I'll be going into the Polestar 5 as the main scroll through. And also before that, what I want to show you some story of how they evolved. I have here some files here. And you can see this is what they had. They changed quite a lot. Let me open that and see if we can observe that. Check this out. I like to save some files on desktop and mobile devices as reference because I know brands evolve and these things might not be visible to the audience. This was really interesting. I think this is Polestar. This is how they did it. They did the semantics with the actor and really beautiful immersive experience, really similar to Nevera Remark, to the degree that I presented. In their own font, I think they have it. A really good immersive experience. Beautiful colors, beautiful on brand. They have quite good quality, to be honest, of photography, and it doesn't really lose it. Really impressive. And beautiful menu that I also recreated. This was not as great as the new one, I must say. It was not as responsive, but beautiful colors, beautiful responsiveness. Could be better with motion animations. You will see with the new version, but they're using their accent color orange. And that is also inside of the wheels. I would say it's really, really impressively cinematically, really well done at that time. I don't remember what year that was. Let me see if I have it. There's another one really also beautifully set. Interesting stuff, well, impressively created. Maybe even too much for such a product. But it's impressive to see what you can do, what you can achieve, and so on. Yeah, like these immersive things. Beautiful. And that was 23rd year. And no, those two old, and this is 20. So this one that I was presenting back in times. Really well done. Check this out with this 3D. That was really well done. And this is selecting their products, Polestar 4, Polestar 3. The main page that was evaluating is this one. And that was really impressive. Also recorded the mobile version, but I will not be running for this. So we will be running for the new project. You can see this is what I was evaluating back in times. And let's go into the new one. So, and I would say it's maybe more simplified. This is a global version. I would say this is also impressive, clean, good font, good color, gray color. You can see the cinematics again. Assets are really important. 3D model, really important what they present. Small motion. Look how beautiful that is, taking the full size and the horizontal exact straight lines and motion and reflection. Really beautiful product generally, and well presented. Cinematics product is the key to show on your landing. And it's not overwhelming as Nevera Remark, let's say. It's much more cleaner, much more professional in a way of making sure that things are compact. Don't get me wrong, never remark who did it, really well done. Really more dynamic, more responsive, more interactive, more breathtaking. This one is more clean and precise. That's why I like to present those two at the same time. You can always stop the video if you want to. I'll run for the whole thing, learn more, really simple. Doesn't really have to be that strongly effective, but it does have its own responsiveness. Don't get me wrong, it's clean. They're clean, they're precise, the precision, beautiful, immersive, I don't know. And short repeat loop. Also, that's what you do. You sell the products. Really clean, really precise. Also, the product that you can choose, learn more. You could click actually the box if you want to, but it's okay. Back in times, as I showed you, really impressive. Let me come here. What they have there, and that's what I was thinking. How it can be really challenging to build this. It's this presentation, and I think maybe they stopped doing that. Maybe it's too much investment. So when you hover over, you'll see this was impressive. So you see it turns and it indicates which car that is. That was really impressive. I would say button, this color button really makes a difference then. Let me see what they have now. And now they do this, right? Simplified version. That makes sense. You know, you don't need to invest so much to build those 3D responsiveness. It is impressive. It is unique. But then is it worth it, that much effort, when it's people just all need to enter and see the product? So I think that makes sense. You need to be also not in a balance in respect to the load and quality, like I mentioned in a never remark, but also in respect to the, how much effort you need to invest into making something that brings back return of value. So it doesn't really bring that much value. Why would you invest into this, even though that's impressive? So it was impressive. It only, like in a remark, if you keep this for long run, you see that they evolve and they don't really use the same approach. So if they evolve and they change, why would you invest that much? So that makes sense. Beautiful models. Polestar 5 will be entering with you. You can see this is the model. You can hover over and see right away how it changes. It's really beautiful. The menu, you just hover over really quickly and that changes. And you can see in the same location, same thing. That was really impressive for you to quickly compare. And you can see opacity changes also and so on. You can check map. That's really also convenient. I like these massive, again, and mobile device also, they'll be stacking, probably scrolling vertically. It's really convenient, really beautiful to have different countries. What I like that they do, I don't like when I'm forced as a user. For example, I'm located right now in Spain, and I don't like when some websites define where I am and they force me into the Spanish language that I don't really speak that much. So that is not user responsive friendly. It's important to give, they have global version, visit global site. That is what I like about Polestar. You have global. I don't like to find, like, for example, I'm in Spain. Yes, I don't speak Spanish well, and they force me into the Spanish. Then I need to find where's my website, and then I need to choose some another country like UK or USA because I want English, but I want a global and I want a universal language. So that's what is really respected and really well done. I like this. Polestar, let's click the general. Okay, we're on the same general page. Another thing is here, like it could be convenient to have, like, I need to click overview or feature. Can I click this? I can't really click this. I will have to just click it and go into the page. So it's like, it requires me too much clicking. Let's say click here, click here. It's too much also for the mouse to go to the side. Even those beautiful overview and features. But I think it will be convenient if I would have one place to go into. Maybe just click it and just enter Polestar 4, for example. I thought I can click it all the time, but actually I need to click Discover Polestar 5 and features. I don't know if you need to separate. You could probably combine them. I don't know. Or maybe make it indicated better. But it's really clean and really precise. Not a problematic, again. People will figure it out, but you don't want to depend on user to finding how to click many times so they can click it. I think this, if I click Polestar 5, it could just take them to Discovery Polestar 5. So it's just quicker. That's what I experienced. Could be improved. Learn more. We'll be going into we'll check a little bit then. Find a retailer. And these kind of options we're not going to go. Reducing emission by 25. Okay, really aesthetically pleasing. Well presented. Maybe too much time, space taking, but it's okay. Charging. Okay. And this really clean, really interesting. I was checking this on the responsiveness. It's scaling appropriately. Go to shop, you can buy some stuff. It's not something you can scroll, just imagery well selected correctly in a centered way. And find and return. Okay, it's really simple landing page. Again, it's not really hard to build, and it's easier than the previous version, I must say, because here with 3D models, it's just something that is really complex to build. It had more to it. Let's close it. But what I'm going to do is, and I think it's good, you don't need to overwhelm a lot of information, but it feels a little bit empty maybe. That's okay. Let's try again. See, I want to click, but I cannot. I need to click overview. So that might not be convenient that much, but we can go here also. It also distribute us into the products over here, and I can just learn more. Let's go. That'll be the same, right? Polestar overview. Yeah. So there you go. That's, for example, Polestar 2. I will be mainly focusing on Polestar 5. And by the way, really beautiful. When it comes down, the opacity of the background becomes darker with the correct approach. Stay up to date. You can see the extra menu appears specifically for the one that we selected, product and performance. Let's see. Oh, it even shifts between. Okay, that's interesting. Now, right now we're observing the Polestar and Polestar 2 have features. Do you need those features? I don't know. Let's see what happens if I go to those features. That will be performance. So maybe it's not necessary, really, unless people really want to find features really quickly from marketing perspective and they see they're analyzing the A/B testing, whatever they did. If that makes sense, then it makes sense. But it seems like maybe too much clicking here. Okay, let's go. Really clean, really beautiful. Really, I like the gray and white. Good cinematics to see they still present that. I think it's best. You can see that, for example, as I showed you before, right? Too much investment to build the website with all these cinematics with actor and all this interaction. Really impressive, but is it serving any value eventually? And then we go to this version. We also really cleaner, less work, but then a lot of cinematics assets, really good. But this 3D model was really impressive. But again, is it worth it, so to say? Gallery, to be honest, was really beautiful. Wow, this is really beautiful. And that will be in a new model you will see. And again, you cannot see these things anymore, unfortunately. Maybe Polestar 4, let's check it out, what they have on Polestar 4. But this is okay. Polestar 2, really, I haven't explored that. Really clean, really clear. It's all you need to communicate the product, the simple information. What I like over here is less information than Nevera Remark. Nevera Remark have more information that I don't know if we have time to read, and it's beautiful to see short, a little bit of information here. Interesting. Okay, you can check the color of the product. This is something really good. That's not that hard to do, really, when it's not 3D model. Actually, what can I do? I didn't know that you can do that. Look, I can click and check other versions, and I can change the body. Wow. That's really impressive. Wheels? I can do something with wheels. That's interesting. Oh, wow. That's really clever. That's interesting. This is really something that we have. And you see when you click, it's not really like sliding. It's just it's overlapping on top of the imagery. That's really, really beautiful. That's unusual experience. 360. We can go 360 and drag and rotate. Yeah? It's glitchy. Maybe I needed time to load. Okay. That is also impressive. Does it mean I can change wheels? Yeah, I can even change wheels for 3D version. This is something unusual. Of course, white is iconic. Yeah, but a little bit glitchy, of course. I don't think you need this 3D experience of rotating. Of course, it's immersive, maybe a different way to present it, but it's really, really beautiful. Okay, and you can see those squares actually. You can click between, just even drag and drop. You can see. So this arrow is really good. So in the middle, it shifts as instead of the cursor, it becomes iconographic kind of arrow without the cursor, and that's beautiful. That's convenient to go. That's all you need. You didn't even need this dragging thing. I mean, it's impressive to have all ways for user to navigate with these boxes, with dragging, with clicking, 3D, and it's really, really beautiful, really unusual. This is the second version of Polestar. Performance features, they will go to performance. Really beautiful to see menu on top. What I learned, okay, when I scroll up a little bit, that reveals. That's really convenient. If not, I will need to go all the way up to get to see that menu. So it's really clever, really beautiful. Just scroll up. Actually, really unique, really clever. To have not to overwhelm, not to take so much space with the double menu, but only when I scroll up, it reveals. That's convenient because I'm kind of going backwards. Beautiful 3D immersive effect. The text is on a black background all the time. It never overlaps. Really well done. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can always play and stop. Immersive cinematics, really beautiful. They have separation. That's what I mean when cinematic go off the cinematic, and if you both of them touch the edge, it looks a little bit not pleasant. So it's clever to just, when you go with the cinematic up, the cinematic is good to have second with kind of white framing. So there's separation, not white for in their branding, it's white, and in other branding can be like in the Verimac will be marine. So that's really good approach. So you don't need that clever, crazy kind of interactiveness. Really, the cleaner the better, I think. But it again depends on your branding approach. Which is checking. I'm just curious myself. I haven't explored the second one. Really beautiful photography also on immersive real It looks like 3D though, but maybe photography and 3D combo, or maybe real, just polished. Beautiful to present. Important. Learn more about Polestar. I would say this is maybe color. It's like kind of feels like no color at all. So maybe it's before they had this yellow, really beautiful. Maybe they can use this orange color. They sometimes did it. Beautiful gray. We're not going to go into everything. Really quick response. I like it. Polestar 1. Interesting. Well, let me see. They don't have Polestar 1. I'm curious what happens with Polestar 1. That's impressive to see the first version, huh? Loading. And like becomes like a history. Street art. Yeah, it was differently done, huh? I'm just quickly running through this. Yeah, but it's not as great as second presentation and the first version. It's really crazy to see how they evolved. What about home? That will be home that where we were. So actually, when you go to the Polestar 2, we can check the performance. I'm just gonna run through a little bit. So it's really pleasant, interesting way of having this menu on the side all the time, and why not, really? And the performance information becomes like a booklet. That's quite a clever approach, I would say. Really beautiful to see that moves. Yeah, you can do really professional, clean, and clever, responsive. Here you go. These boxes really beautiful. This is better. White, black, and gray background rather than gray, gray, gray. Much more impressive, much more effective. Interior also same effect. So it's more like a booklet, a digital booklet. I think that's clever. Easy because actually you build this website and it's the same size as a booklet. So you actually do two works here, but here is a little bit different, of course, more. Of course, there's responsiveness also. Yeah, a lot of job to be done here. But it's easy to build like this. When you build the squares and just menu on the side, it's clever. Secondary, so to say, options, the main presentation is here. So go so features all the time will be features. And if we'll go to the third, again, see, I wanted to click this one. This really better be improved. But yeah. Okay, features, performance. Let me just double check. If I click features, yeah, performance. So I think it depends. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you just really need to. Maybe even you can put all of them here, to be honest. Like performance, interior, technology, safety. You can put all these menu here if you want to, or maybe it's overwhelming, but maybe you don't even need this. Just overview, that's all. And there's just clicking this will take you there. And then from there, you can go on. So third, okay, let's see it just quickly. Again, cinematics, same story. It's really good, almost basically same, but here is a little bit different presentation. Really beautiful when you scroll through. I think this is the third that I was presenting back in times. Yeah, Polestar 3rd, that's the one. When you scroll, it reveals really. Polestar 5 will have similar idea of effect when you reveal and close. This is really unique. This is really well presented, immersive, massive, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we saw it. What's new? Let me see what's different maybe this time they did. Yeah, I can click those. Also, yeah, same sliding. Okay. Orange. No. Too intense again, maybe white. Orange could be better. Subtleties, again, not a big of a deal. Let's see about performance. Yeah, same approach. Will not be running for it's the same system. Let's go to the Polestar 4. Haven't checked it myself yet. Similar approach. Beautiful car. Maybe I checked that with you also. Another some interesting way of. That's easy to build also. Even if Figma you can make it, I think. Without coding. Really immersive, really beautiful that it is the same color background with the same color all through the window. That is immersive decision. I'm not going to be showing everything. Quickly running through. That might be too much, but it's okay. They need to show their product. The screen. It's also same. Could be done better maybe, but it's okay. Again, gray, not sure. Beautiful. I like even the small text. Font-wise, again, I think that's their own font. Buttons really amazing. All this, I'm not really emphasizing that much. Amazing stuff, really. Assets, creativity, everything, as I mentioned. I'm so impressed with the way they present. They nailed it. They're not overwhelming you with information. It's not more than 3 lines all the time, or 2, and giving you clear visibility what it is. And it's all about seeing the product, seeing the details, having the immersive experience, understanding what assets, features, benefits, values, you name it, and the product itself, demonstration, calling to action to purchase and to get familiar with the product. So this is really, the Polestar 5 is the last, I think. this is what I want to present. So Polestar 5, it seems like every last product have its own signature. I want to register this one because then there'll be new products and I don't know what's going to happen with them. So it's really good to present it to you. I like this effect. So we have number 5 and we see the video in the number 5. And when you scroll, what happens, the 5 comes in and we see the video. I found it something different that they haven't done. I mean, they did maybe similar things, but not in this way. We can see different color, different touch, beautiful machine to see and experience. Really beautiful new color kind of accent for this product, I think. Beautiful opacity of the text. They don't have like Never in the market did for new product when you select. I would recommend also to do this signature of selecting text and giving different, maybe a white color and black, maybe orange. But in this case, maybe white and black, but it's okay. So it's really beautifully immersive, brown, dark brown, chocolate brown color, a good cinematics and brand, font size, font opacity, really beautiful. You scroll through how it moves a little bit and opacity changes. It's right position, right moment, really well thought. You can see how we come from this to disappearing cinematics smoothly into the text, and then we come to the revealing the, when you scroll, you can see the car scrolls. This is really well. I like this Polestar 5 presentation. I think it's doing the best with the least, so to say. And that's the car that turns, and you can continuously do that. Really immersive, beautiful, beautifully done. Info, basic information about it. Really beautiful, this car. I like it also. Again, immersive, really massive. And you scroll through, and you can see what happens. It's turning. It's amazing. It's turning in Square Polestar. And when you scroll, it gives its turn. It's amazing. It's less and most value demonstration. Always responsiveness and scrollability of an element. Really beautiful. Well done. Then you can change. Really amazing. So I can stay here, remembers, and it converts that one to this. And I can choose between and just observe them also. No selecting wheels, no selecting colors. I think, again, it may be great to give selection, but then again, Polestar 5 did with the least the most. And oh, sorry, clicked the same, yeah. So I was impressed how they did it. Really well done. Again, like ground, but take this, ground changes, but still it always will, with opacity, converge to that chocolate color. And again, immersive, you can see I will scroll, and when I scroll, this thing highlights. This is in the right place of the vertical port, you know? Beautiful. Beautiful way, Polestar. It's just unusual way. Then a box appears. This is also like scrolling and giving information again on the right time. Then we come to the, again, it's so taking user for social. I think it's the best probably version of website that they did, and generally who did it. Also, beautiful cinematics, even partially. You can see it's not necessarily same size, but it can be portrait size. Really well done. You can also drag if I want to. Very beautiful. And on a loop. Then this Polestar performance architecture. Again, always moving right to read. Really well thought about ergonomical readability for user flow as you scroll. You want to repeat the whole experience. It's memorable, recognizable, differentiated. Here's about the architecture that was to speak, or the frame, talk about the technology. You scroll through again, it reveals. Again, beautiful to take it. It's not like kind of randomly, but it's always snapped. It's always in the same position and beautifully presenting, and text appearing, changing text. You can see this text is scrolling, snapping. We scroll it, it scrolls in the right way, and it disappears as the model turns, and the new text appears. Really impressive. Right timing, right presentation. Performance features, plain simple. Don't need to overwhelm, don't need to give more information. I like the content strategy and content design attention. It's 2 lines. It's quite unique content strategist, someone who thinks from marketing and content strategy perspective, who not overwhelm user with so much information, but it's art to make it short and to the point. And that's what they did. Beautiful, again, immersive with white effect. It's like art. It's such impressive. And here you can see another thing, image after image. The beauty of these images, they're not of the same black. When you can stack image with after image with a full size, and when they are different in contrast, you can see white with darker, and then after darker, these have different. It's not, there's no black and black overlap or white overlap. That would not look well. Here they thought which image And it's immersive, well selected, well positioned beautifully. Here, for example, here you go. Here is a little bit, I would say, you have space for improvement. Here's what I mean. It's like too much almost the same. So here is maybe the only one part that I would say they could improve. What they could do differently, maybe they could put this one in between black and white, if that could work. And then that would not make that strange effect. So after this, it could go right away this image. That will be much more effective perhaps, but it's a matter of trying and testing and seeing if that is right order. But really beautiful. You cannot do that. This one, no, you can do that because this one will have to be less. When you scroll, text reveals. Beautiful cinematic text, really beautifully presented, sorry. And it scrolls with us and it stops. It's sticky here. Then again, this chocolate color, immersive, text comes. It feels like we need to come to the end already. It's already starting to be okay. We need to end it. But it's also, again, they come up with some new ideas how it presented, comes out. All four lines and boxes. There's those boxes. It's not gray. It's not color. It's really well set, just with frame there. Maybe color could be given. Maybe orange color can come back to the on branding, so to say. And that's it. That's all I wanted to present you with Polestar locations. I will not be going for the whole thing. That's all I wanted to present, not to overwhelm. But maybe I will go a little bit to the cookies and ethics. They have ethics. It's interesting. Legal ethics, cookies, and accessibility state. What I like that they also respected the legal parts, like cookies. They're still staying on brand, still staying professional. Look, I'm running for the whole thing. You just want to. It's memorable. It's recognizable. It's impressive. It's like, I'm impressed. Really well done. Great job. Of course, there's subtle small things that can be improved, but it's not a big of a deal. Subscribe. Let's go to the cookies, for example. Look, also clean. This menu here, it looks professional. It's not disrespected. It's not stayed there as if, cookies, who cares? No, still aesthetically pleasant. Build the structure, how it is built, the documentary format information. It's a rich text coding. You can just make the structure for it, and then you can repeat these things. So that's it. And with orange, I think, let's see if they have ethics. I like the idea of ethics. That they have. That demonstrates that they're serious. They have a big attention to the culture, corporate culture, and what they stand for, and they care, and they present that with love, honor, and beautiful orange. We see how it's used on brand and texting. This color is really beautiful also from before. I remember orange and that is on brand. Really well done. Really great attention, powerful attention. Guys, that's all I wanted to present. I don't want to go more. Let's just go back to Polestar main page. That's all I want to present. I'm impressed. I hope it was interesting. It's important for me to register that also. I know I will be repeating, and back in times I did these too. I want to remake them because I didn't did a good presentation, especially of Nevera Remark. It was first evaluation I did overall in my life, and that was not really well done, so I want to remake it. And I noticed that Polestar have improved. I want to register Polestar 5 into the memory. So and then we'll continue. Maybe after 2 or 3 years, I'll repeat the same. But I'll continue further, guys. I'll continue presenting my work. I'll be doing now a little bit couple product presentations of mine, of digital products that I worked upon as user experiences, interface designer, and branding designer, and the whole package for my clients. And then I'll continue further in some video games, also presentations, have some stuff to express and share with you. That's it. Thanks for your attention. Enjoy, give it a try, check it on phone also, and I hope this was valuable. Take care.